Oh shit, we start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the smoking section. I am Jamar, joined by John here this evening.
Yo, what up, y'all?
And this evening, we're going to do something new here on the smoking section. It's not new for us, but it's new for the show. We're going to do a movie review this evening on the smoking section. Our first movie review. And yes, we are going to do more of these. And this evening, we're going to review a classic. It probably didn't do the numbers at the box office, but it did numbers in the streets. It did numbers in the hood. It's a classic in the hood around the way. And we're going to review Dead Presidents here tonight. Yo, John, what Dead Presidents mean to you, bro?
I mean, it's so much when I hear that. You feel me? I'm out for presidents to represent me. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, like Dead Presidents is really it's about that money. Anytime I hear Dead Presidents, other than the movie itself, you know, it's about getting to the money, as they say now, getting to the bag. You feel me? Getting its money, no matter if it's a 9 to 5, no matter if it's a hustle, legal or illegal. You scamming, you out there on the block, you a stick-up kid, you feel me? It's really even to the ladies, you out there, you know, you stripping, you dancing, you on the OnlyFans or whatever the case may be. It's all about the dead presidents. What we do is for the dead presidents, so to speak, right? Because plenty of times, I'm sure you've heard it, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers done heard it. Man don't work, man don't eat. Simple as that.
Facts. Don't work, don't eat. That's a true statement. That's a statement I live by. You know what I'm saying? You know, Dead Presidents to me, it's most definitely in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. We probably do a top 5 movies episode later on down the line, but to me, Dead Prez it's a war movie because after watching it for the 10th time, and I just watched it recently for the show, I got a different perspective on it. It's like a war movie because you know I'm real fascinated about the Vietnam Wars. It's a heist movie too at the same time, and it's a movie, a social commentary. You know what I'm saying, especially what they had to deal with back then. So that's what Dead Prez mean to me. It's a reflection on how America, they used a whole generation, especially a whole generation of black men, a lot of Latino men too. You know, people had to go through the struggle. You know, people went through pain. It's like what the vets had went through. You know what I'm saying? And that shit followed them home, like the PTSD, the Agent Orange. You know, we gonna get into all that shit as we break down the movie.
The addiction to heroin, opiates, and stuff like that. You know, like that presence also with everything that you said. Heist movie, army movie, social commentary, and when you lump all of that up together, to me, it's also a cautionary tale. Because like when we was talking earlier, me watching it now, like you know, I did the rewatch as well. It's like as good as that movie is. I watch the movie, it's just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision because everybody's boxed in and their back is like literally against the wall of what they're going through. And they really feel like, you feel me, this heist right here is my way out or it's a start, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's full of bad decisions, but I feel like they had a reason to make those decisions. I think some of them was justified, and we're gonna get into it as we try to break it down scene by scene. I guess I'll let you lead that part. But before we get into it, let's dig into the cast real quick, man. Like when this movie came out in '95, everybody didn't hit their peak yet, but
yeah,
the cast of this movie is full of all stars. Think about it. You got Lorenz Tate to start the movie. Anthony. Everybody know he is. Played in Minister Society. He was in A Man Apart. Couple other movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker in the movie. He played Skip. Everybody knows Chris Tucker. Like,
yeah. Everybody knows Chris Tucker.
The girl that played Juanita. Yeah, Bokeem Woodbine Cleo. He played. He caught up. He was in Life.
Jason's Lyric.
Jason's Lyric. He an all-star. Clifton Powell.
Pinky. Chauncey. You feel me?
Keith David. You know.
Keith David. You feel me? Goliath, B.
Yeah. You know, he played in a lot of projects. You look at his IMDb, he played in a lot of things, and he just recently got a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame too. If people didn't know.
Oh, word. That's what's up. I didn't know that, man. Congratulations, man. Keith David, all-star, man. I'll drink to that.
Yep, Keith David and Bone Thugs in the same class. Yep. Terrence Howard, Cowboy.
Yep. Man.
You know.
Every time Terrence Howard said, man.
Cause he did sing a couple of times in the movie too.
Yo, every hood got a cowboy, yo. Every hood got some old hating ass motherfucker, man. For real, yo. Just hating just to hate.
For real, man. And we got Jennifer Lewis that played Anthony Mama. She a black all-star too.
Oh yeah, that's everybody on. Man.
She was Aunt Viv's sister in The Fresh Prince.
Yeah, yep. She was mad. Oh, she like everybody, loud, black, sophisticated, yet very boisterous.
Yeah, she was in Sister Act. What's Love Got to Do with It? The Preacher's Wife.
The Temptation.
Temptation, yeah. And Poetic Justice, like you said, she that auntie, everybody moving, man. She a black all-star.
Motherly figure, yep, for real.
And this movie was directed by the Hughes brothers, Alan and Albert Hughes. They the same people that did they did Minister Society. They did Book of Eli with Denzel.
Yeah.
Them boys did a couple movies, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the Hughes brothers. Man, let's jump into the movie, man. Take place in the Bronx, right?
Take place in the Bronx, man. 1960s. BX, stand up. You already know. New York. So it take place in the Bronx, right? You got Anthony, Skip. What's the other dude name? Damn, I forgot it just like that. Puerto Rican kid, Spanish dude, their homeboy.
Jose?
Say it again. It did start with a J, didn't it?
It was a Jose.
Jose. Yeah, yep. So them three, you know, they pretty much talking about, you know, they about to graduate from high school, and they talk about what they got going on. You feel me? After high school, Jose, I believe he's the one that's talking about, you know, the army and everything like that.
Yeah,
mind you, it's the 60s, the wars going on and everything. You feel me? So it's a lot of recruiting going on and a lot of army propaganda. You feel me? Telling a lot of people they can be all that they can be and promising this and promising that, which we're gonna get into the symbolism and the themes of all of this stuff because it's actually very crucial to. Because Skip from the gate, Skip like, man, fuck the army. I'm gonna go to college, right? College, I'm a bop, and that was his plan. And then Anthony, he pretty much talking about how he ain't afraid. You know, he want to make something of himself and everything. Once again, that propaganda filling up, like you was talking about earlier. You know, filling up people's head, making them think that they're doing the most honorable thing by fighting for their country, going to this war, fighting for their country. When from what I know, from my history of reading it and everything, America ain't had shit to do with this. You feel me? You know, like
Yeah,
so. You feel me?
they
Like stay
do.
out of these people for whatever reason. But anyway, they pretty much discussing that. Then you know we get to the little prom and everything. I don't know if it was after the prom, after graduation. They talking, they chopping it up, just like we used to do with our homies and stuff. You feel me? When we was growing up and everything, all of the bullshit back and forth.
Yeah.
I think we got I think we see Anthony. You know he up in Kirby's spot. Anthony, a young boy. Y'all know this teenager just graduating from high school. He up there with the OG Kirby and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Kirby owned a little bar, a little pool house, and everything like that. Getting his money on the low with the numbers. You feel me? This is, you know, this back in the days. You feel me?
And real quick, people in the comments, they might not know, we got to give them a little context because this was in the late 60s, 1968, 69 to be exact. So around that time, you have young black men, especially guys in high school, just graduating high school, and a lot of their father figures were guys like Kirby, guys
Yeah.
that had their own bar, guys that had their own stores that used the young boy as runners. Hey, do this for me, do that for me, drive me here, drive me there. I'll beat you off a few dollars because their fathers weren't home. So they had father figures like that. And that was a real thing, especially back in the late 60s, early 70s. So people might not know that. I need to say that real quick.
And so you know, they sitting there playing pool, then we got Cowboy played by Terrence Howard. Cowboy sitting there talking, you feel me? You know, he arguing with Kirby. Anthony too young to be there, but Kirby, you feel me? That's his little man, just like you said. As he up under his wing, feel me? Whatever he could do for him, Kirby gonna do. Feel me? Because he just see that he a good kid. I think you feel me? Like, you know, like with all due respect to the character, but shit, Kirby a cold motherfucker. He in them streets. We see what Kirby did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Kirby can do good and Anthony, so he want to keep that around him with the life that he gotta live, the stuff that he gotta do and shit like that. That's what I got from it. You feel me? So he like, fuck it. Let him play. You feel me? And shooting the ball and shit. The reason why I want to talk about this is Terrence Howard, he just make it go. You feel me? You know, Kirby like shit, you talking about, you know, when you too young or whatever, he'll motherfucking beat you at this game. I'm paraphrasing, but
he said he outshoot you.
Yeah, I'll shoot you. Guy was like, man, I'll take your money. You feel me? So boom, you know, they play the game. Anthony winning. Anthony being the young boy, somewhat a little bit naive, and you could see it in his mannerisms of how confused he was. Cause matter of fact, Kirby said, don't leave out here without paying me my $2 when that boy beat you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Did you know? Cowboy, he didn't want to pay Anthony, but he made sure he left that $2 for Kirby. Tell you something about Kirby. You feel me? But you know, Anthony looking like, yo, this $2, like shit, you bet me, you feel me? You gotta pay me too. You feel me? Then Cowboy doing bullshit. Shit the fuck up, man. It's the way like, yo, I don't know if this is like historically accurate, but is that like the first time the world heard Terrence Howard say man? You feel me? Like, cause
95 had to be like one of the first times.
Yeah, yo, for real. So you know, he got the little knife to him and you know, intimidate him and stuff, but it's like that scene going just a little bit into the character. You can tell me what you think too afterwards. It's like you can see how young and naive Anthony was because Anthony didn't even like really get mad and want to like do something. You feel me? Like, where are you gonna cheat? Come on, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm gonna tell anybody that come up in here that Cowboy like to cheat. You feel me? Like, it's just like
Yeah.
you notice that he already don't like you. He already, you feel me? He feel like you too young. You a young boy. You ain't even supposed to be here and stuff like that. It's just, you know, I don't know. It just showed how naive he was to the real world, and that's not a knock on him because he's just a young boy. You feel me? Just a young boy.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, bro. Like, he a little naive. You got to remember, he is young, fresh out of high school. So that'll make him like around 17, 18 years old.
Yep.
He don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even experienced nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? He was still a virgin at that point. You know what I'm saying?
I would go so far to say that everybody that he was around that was older than him in the streets treated him good. You know, he rocking with Kirby, and you know Kirby people take care of him too because that's Kirby little man. You feel me? So it's like he kind of like just was like, yo, you really not going, you know, like shit, you gonna cheat?
Right.
Like, yeah, so this is the you feel me? It's the real world, yo. You can't just trust everybody.
Yeah.
Don't let
But
this
we'll get to it as we break down the movie some more. But the second time they met, you know, it was a whole totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Story. But
Yeah, but that's because he went through some shit. But we're gonna get to it though.
yeah. So you know, Kirby come out there, you know, get him up off him and shit like that. They get him up out of there. And you know, Anthony talking his shit while they dragging him out. Kick his ass out. Kick him out. You feel me? So Kirby like, you know, come take a ride with me. They ride and they cruising. You know, Kirby like, yo, young blood, you want to drive? You feel me? You know, like, man, I ain't got license. Kirby like, man, ain't nobody you drive. Once again, you feel me? How green he is, you know? Man, ain't nobody worry about this, man. You want to drive or not? So, you know, they get up to the what's his name? Anthony out there chilling. Next thing you know, nigga come through the motherfucking window, store window. Kirby, come out there. Motherfucker, I ain't playing no games with you. Beating him up. What the fuck you think this is? You feel me? Then dude, Shorty come out with the hammer. You feel me? Pointing right at Kirby. Don't touch Spider. You feel me?
You got more hot than your old. You got more hot than your old man.
You got rock this shit, yo. Then dude tried to grab Kirby's leg. Kirby is an amputee because, like, Anthony said when they was talking about the war. I skipped a little bit in that scene, but he was talking to Kirby about, you know, going to the army, and Anthony brought up that Kirby was in the Korean War. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's why, you feel me, he had that prosthetic leg, because dude go to grab what's his name leg and the whole shit came off. You feel me? Come up with a Kirby on one foot, you stupid motherfucker, you grabbed the wrong leg. Then Kirby drop down, roll up on him with the toast. You feel me? Like, Kirby was a real one, yo. That's an OG right there, y'all. Like, for real, that is an OG for real, man. Yeah. You know, just give Anthony a little bit of taste of, you know, reality, the streets and all of that. You feel me? And you can tell.
We're not going to talk about how clean that 1969 Lincoln Continental was.
I'll let you. I didn't even know what it was a car to me. I'm not a car guy, but go ahead. Because I'm
the people in the comments, if you haven't seen that movie in a while, or you want to watch the movie before this review, or you just want to watch it and just go back and look at that black car they was driving. That was a 1969 Lincoln Continental in perfect shape. Did you hear the motor on that motherfucker? Because when Kirby got out there, leave the motor on you, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The car like that car is so fucking beautiful, bro. Damn, it's a hell of a movie.
And another thing, I think it speaks to the potential that Kirby saw in Anthony, and I also think it speaks to the character because from Anthony's reaction, this is his first time seeing Kirby do some shit like that. This ain't a normal thing with him. You feel me? He ain't look and was like, Kirby doing his thing. He was like, oh shit. So, like I think it just says something to whatever Kirby saw in Anthony, because come on, take a ride with me. Kirby knew what the fuck he was doing. He knew exactly where he was going. You feel me? So yeah. So I think now he went. Did he go home first? I think he went home first. Yeah. Oh, hold on. West into the studio. Let me get him up on here, yo. Brother West is in the building, backstage. I'm up here.
Yo,
Brother West he's in the building. Mr. West.
What's going on, my fellas? What's going on, my fellas?
What's up, bro?
Oh, we getting into the movie. We still, in the little beginning and everything like that.
Okay. Good then. So I ain't missed nothing. I ain't missed nothing to take my 2 points on real quick. That's all.
Yeah, we still
good.
So we just talked about the scene. Kirby, took him riding and everything. He threw old boy out the star and all of that. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Anthony went back home. He with the family. And his mom like, so what you gonna major in, baby? She hyped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shouts out to
right.
Jennifer Lewis. Jennifer Lewis,
all-star for real.
She wanted him to go to college to be she wanted him to go to college.
Like his older brother did. His older brother,
yeah.
His name, but his older brother's in a lot of stuff too. His older brother was in Romeo Almost Died. He was in a lot of stuff actually. Okay. But it's clear that ain't for Anthony. You feel me? Anthony tell him pretty much, yo, I want to go to the army. You feel me? I want to do protect my country. You feel me? And all of that good shit. And it's just crazy.
Make my own path.
Yeah, make my own path. And I get making my own path, but all of that hype for I don't want to offend anybody that goes to the army or whatever. But back in those days, you feel me, in the 60s when he was coming up, I wouldn't have went to the army just for the strength of how we was being treated and how we was living and everything that was going on back in the country, in our country.
Yeah, back in those days, that wasn't the thing to do, especially in the middle of the war.
Yeah,
but also too though, I'm sorry for jumping ahead of the movie. If you ever saw the movie yet, then Joe, man. But when he was in the army and he saw, I think that bug got his ear a little bit, because if you remember when they blew up the communists over there where they was at, he found that Black Panther paper.
Yep. So now I believe he's with Juanita. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think each other virginity that night. You feel me? They do the do. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
The parents come home.
We gotta take it back a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta take it back to the first interaction with Anthony and Delilah. Was Anthony like a milk boy? Was he a milk boy or something like that?
Yeah, the milk. Yeah, he was.
Milkman. Yeah, milkman. Yeah.
They don't even.
So Delilah came to the door. He like, you need to get you a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? The first interaction they had.
He said it too. It's crazy because he was even spitting game. Because she was like, I heard your truck. He was like, it seems like you always hear my truck. You feel me?
Yeah, kind of a little bit. Yeah, kind of like a little bit too. Yeah. It kind of did seem that way a little bit.
You know what I mean? But another thing I want to ask real quick, not even that relative to the actual movie, but when did they stop delivering milk to people? Like, That was the thing, and then it wasn't. You know,
I want to say at least to the early 70s type shit, mid 70s, man.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
I could
man,
get a an eyewitness to ask the eyewitness though. I could get an eyewitness real quick.
the milkman.
Yeah, hold on.
A lot of people out of jobs, man. When they stop that, I suppose.
It's
Yeah.
exclusive right here, Joe. It's exclusive, so I'm sorry.
Then they start putting the milk in the stores. So you can buy it from the grocery store.
Oh, yeah. So I guess
You
they must
know
have
what I mean?
and then pay the bill, like with the delivery man and shit, like they do sanitation and stuff. Probably.
Then you leave your empty bottle. Then they give you a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, we just had to bring that up real quick. The first interaction with Anthony and Delilah, because it's going to be important later on in the movie.
Exactly. So yeah, he with Juanita. They take each other's virginity. It's pretty much I'm paraphrasing, but they pretty much talk about they love each other, and I guess she gonna wait for him, and he got to go off to to the army and stuff. He enlisted, they shipping him out, and
Yeah.
Mama Love and Pops come home. Delilah let her know. You feel me? She they home.
But no, though, I just after you get done, I got a question to ask. I just realized something. That part right there, it wasn't no possible with the daughter. It was no it wasn't no part of the, it was just the mom that pulled up.
Oh, it was just the moms. Okay. It was just the mom. Mom must have been coming home from work or whatever the case
Oh
may be.
yeah. Delilah, a real one for letting her know though, because she had to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking about though? I'm thinking about the house party scene.
Oh yeah.
When Kim was with Gina and shit like that, and the parents came on. That's what I'm thinking about. But we gonna review that too, y'all. We gonna do House Party one of these days, for real. I love that movie. But that transition, y'all. You feel me? Jump, he
Right.
leave the house now. He jumping over the fences and stuff, and it just transitioned to him, Vietnam, and the war. You feel me? And the explosion and stuff, and it showed because you know how earlier we talked about how naive he was. You feel me? How green he was, and how optimistic, if you will. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, like now,
childlike man in a way.
good kid too. Like it's not even wrong. You feel me? Like it's nothing that he's doing wrong when I bring that up. You feel me? Because it really that transition it spoke to me like he child. You feel me? Just graduated. He got his shorty and everything. We can see he comes from a pretty decent home with everything that's going on in the 1960s, 1969 in New York City, the Bronx, right? We can see that Anthony actually got it pretty good, yo. You feel me? He got his mom's at the crib. He got his pops home. You feel me? They seem to be decent people, live a decent life. He got a little job as the milkman. He got his homeboys. He got his shorty. He got his OG Kirby. And then we just see that transition in Vietnam, and now it's like it's on, nigga.
Yeah.
Life on the line. Out here, it's real out here. You feel me? And we can see that change too, all throughout Vietnam. How
he
it
was on the
just
war to be like kind of like become that man a little bit.
Yeah, he grew up. He adapted all of that. Like I said, that optimism. You feel me? And trying to see the good in everything, and everything gonna be okay. And like that shit was gone.
Yeah. The timeline adds up too, because the Vietnam War, the United States didn't enter that war until 1969. But the war was already going on for a few years, but we ain't jump into 69, and that's the same year that Anthony went, 69. So the movie adds up with the real shit, you know what I mean?
And they had, I want to make a little point. They had Anthony was in recon.
Special
Recon,
forces, right?
huh?
It's just like a special forces.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much like special forces. Like it's X amount of soldiers. You feel me? Only a group, and their mission was to go out there, find intelligence, scout enemy positions and stuff like that. Go behind the lines and shit. You feel me? They had to move quietly, secretively, and stuff like that because it's only about I don't know, but like it's not. You feel me? It's like 6, 7, 8, maybe whatever the case may be. Is you feel me? They don't have a lot of heavy support because 9 times out of 10 they was in enemy territory. So you can't bring a bird through without it getting shot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without it
Yeah.
down or something like that. So they had to make it to where it's safe at for them to even land the bird to get them up out of there. So he had it rough, he had it hard, and then he went knee deep in that motherfucker. You feel me?
Yeah.
But he was committed to it. You see what he told Skip? I ain't got no shit birds. You feel me? And my shit, yo. You know, we introduced to Cleon, who will be a pivotal role later on in this movie.
Yeah.
Cleon, the staff sergeant on their team, and
Yeah. So I mean, he had a little bit of rank.
yeah, you got a little. You want to go ahead and what you think about Cleon? You feel me?
My first impression of Cleon, I'm like, yeah, this nigga crazy. And shout out for Bikini Woodbine because he an all-star legend, black
Oh,
legend.
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Well, my first impression, like, this nigga crazy, man. He's a fool, bro. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? Just saying and doing whatever. And then he chopped that head off. That really sealed the deal for me.
Yeah,
And I was
No.
kind of baffled a little bit because when Anthony was describing him in the letter, he was like he's the son of a preacher, and he acting like that. You know
I'm
what I'm
preaching,
saying?
big time preacher.
Yeah.
I'll say
We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it.
what my response about my take on Leon is that like y'all said, he crazy, but the the part that get the part that turned me up on him was the part where when he shot the guy in the back of the head and said,
You're good
God
now.
loves you. You
You're
are
good now.
forgive now.
Yeah, like
That turned me off him. That turned me off right there of him.
yeah, Cleon definitely was a wild boy, yo. That nigga had something wrong with him. Makes you wonder what was going on at home. You feel me?
Yeah,
We
yeah, true, yeah.
we also see that Skip, Anthony's homeboy from the hood, is out there, and through that conversation, we all found out that Skip flunked out of college, right?
Yeah.
And him and Anthony was, communicating through letters. Anthony was writing back home because Anthony wrote Kirby a lot, and we found out in the conversation, him writing Skip is what got Skip out there. Skip like, man, you ain't tell me about this recon shit. You feel me? Like, you know,
Yeah.
really, it's really it's kind of made of a point that Skip is not he not Anthony. He don't have the mindset of Anthony. He not out for it. You feel me?
No, no.
Which
Yeah.
is why he was the one to get addicted to heroin out there. Because the opium in Vietnam in the 60s, it was crazy. That's how that shit got back to America, so to speak. A lot of the soldiers was getting high off of it, yo. And it didn't start out as an addiction. It really started out as pretty much a very strong ass pain reliever, to my knowledge, in my opinion. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they just got like heavily addicted to it. And you can see why Skip did, because he wasn't cut out. He's always complaining about it. And almost
Yeah,
every
I'm saying,
you
yeah.
feel me? And I get it. I fucking get it. You know? What you think about Skip out there?
I think that my bad, bro. I think that it's not really said in the movie. It's more heavily leaned on his drug addiction, talking about Skip, but I think Agent Orange had a part in that too, because that was a big thing back in the Vietnam War. And then he did say he had health issues going on. Health was
Yeah,
I'm
declining.
saying right later on
And that's
in the film, you kind
one
of
thing
like
with
say
Agent Orange.
all the stuff did pop up.
yep. So we introduced to I think the sergeant. I'm not too keen on how the rankings go out there. I know up titles, so I won't say it because I don't want to offend anybody. But pretty much the leader, I know he was the Sarge. They called him Sarge. It was Dugan, you know, and like I like Dugan for the little, for the time that he had and shit. I fucked with Dugan, yo. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like he was a real one.
I'm saying
Like for real.
yo didn't get shot.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. Yep.
Oh,
Because
I'm sorry.
they like I think you said it, I think Jamal said it, Dugan, was it Dugan? But one of them found a dead officer and they had the belt. And to my knowledge, dude was like, yo, I got a trophy. Like, yo, this is that shit.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess
Yeah. And
you feel me, take it home or whatever. Cleon, dude kind of shouted out Cleon, like, yeah, man, me and Cleon been looking since we first got back in, and so Cleon, you can tell he hating by the way he looking. This fool go over to a dead body and cut the fucking head off. You feel me?
right.
Like,
That's why I
what
say
they
he's
talking about?
losing.
He want a souvenir
Like,
too.
every shit. You feel me? So yeah, that was crazy. So they get back to the I guess the headquarters, to base HQ, whatever, and you see Skip and Anthony just taking the load off. You feel me? Chilling, they having a little bit, and they talking. And I ain't gonna lie, like in this scene, Skip came off as somebody that was like still trying to let Anthony know that there's like you got a home back home. You feel me? Like
You got something back at home that you can,
yeah, like you
like,
feel me?
like, hey, man, like, hey, bro, you got something back at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Waiting on
you
you.
asked him like, yo, what did motherfuckers do to you? Because even he could see the change in Anthony.
Yeah.
Because he asked him about Juanita, and he was like, yeah, she used to write. You feel me? Base, but I stopped writing because, and then that's when he got real with Skip. The minute I start talking that shit, you feel me? It's a wrap. I'm dead. I can't focus on none of that shit. I gotta focus on the mission. I gotta focus on keeping my head alive. Pretty much said that's what you need to be doing too. You feel me? Boom.
You can't focus on the real world right now, because if you do, that'll end up getting them killed out there in them fields.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
People in the comments who might not know, and I respect all my military veterans. That's a sign of PTSD right there.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some more signs as the movie go on, but that's one of the first signs right there.
So did you get anything else out of that scene before we hand it over to Wes to see what he got out of it?
Nah, that's pretty much it though. That's real though. Like, look, man, I can't focus on what's going on out there. I gotta focus on right here, or I'm gonna get my fucking head blown off. So he had stopped writing Juanita for a good 3 years.
Yeah.
Because he came home, his daughter was like 5, so yeah, he probably stopped talking to her for like 3 years. So.
Yeah. And that's and it did keep him alive. You feel me? It worked for him, I guess. What you thought about that scene, Wes?
Well, what I thought about that was that how he like y'all said, he really wanted to keep like the real stuff. Hey, I found out I got a shorty. So man, like, man, hey, even though deep down inside, I'm kind of happy that I'm a father, but another part, it's like he trying to balance out but him and the service kind of edged that out just a tad because he wanted to like, hey, all right,
because that's how he's staying alive.
right, yeah. I'm trying to keep my head out. I'm trying to keep my mind out at what's going on here, and not trying to keep my mind what's going on at home. True, yes. I do want to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen my daughter for 4 years. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
4 years because she was 4 years old, right?
yeah. Because he got that night that they lost their virginity to each other. He got her pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and this is one thing I want to say too. That is what got Anthony through what he was going through. You feel me? And it worked for him.
Yeah.
Because he came home, he survived. But there are people, you feel me, that I've spoken to, you feel me, that has been out there. It was really mainly like, I guess like Afghanistan and stuff when that war or whatever was going on. You know, I met a lot of veterans and stuff that went out there. And a lot of them told me they focused on their family. That was their reason, you feel me, to stay alive, because they wanted to see their family again. They felt like they had to be there for their family. So whatever, when you in situations like that, which is crazy, I've never been to war, you feel me? I've been to, you know, otherwise and shit like that, but I've never been to an actual American war. I'm not in the army. I never enlisted. So when stuff like that, when you put in situations like that, or even other situations out here in this world, you feel me? Like, it is that get you through it, yo. You stick to that motherfucker. That's all I really wanted to say, yo. You don't have to shut everybody off like Anthony did. There are other ways to get through it. That's all I'm saying, but not knocking his way because it worked for him. That's all, you know.
Yeah, that's real.
So they back in the bush, they back in the jungle, you feel me? Sarge Dugan, you know, he like, yo, he telling Cleon he need to get rid of that, you feel me? Because it's stink. Everybody else chime in, even the doctor, like, yo, man, this medical advice type shit. You feel me? Get rid of that shit. Dugan telling me, yo, I'm gonna pull rank, but I had your ass court martial. Get rid of the fucking head. Cleon, get rid of the head.
Okay, I got something to say. I'll say some key part happening to that. Some real key happened after he buried that body. Cause that's when shit. I would say he's like, hey, this our good luck charm.
He said it.
So once he buried that head, you notice dude got blew up over there. I'll say his buddy got blew up over there. I want to get this wrong. Sorry if I got this wrong. People's in the comments. The subject had got shot.
Yeah, Dugan got caught. Yep.
Yeah, Dugan got shot.
Saying it like before he buried it, Cleon was like, you know, like, yo, this is our good luck charm. We ain't get so much of it as like a, you know, like a little
right. We ain't got a splinter.
Since we had, you know, since we had this blase. So, and like you said,
that is a good point. That's a good point, though.
Yeah, and he said it. We fucked now. Nothing even happened yet, and he said we fucked now. I just buried our motherfucking good luck charm, and then Anthony, the first one, like, yo, where DeBasio at? I think that was his name, DeBasio or something like that. Who was actually played Chris Maltasanti in The Sopranos, and he also played Spider in Goodfellas.
Okay.
Yep. But he played those two. He was also in My Baby Daddy with Eddie Griffin. Anyway, and Anthony Anderson. But he like, yo, where he at? You know, teammate like, yo, he went to go take a shit, and he was like, yo, you let him go alone, and that is crazy to me. It's like, yo, you're out here behind enemy lines, whatever it be, you at war, you let your partner go by himself. Like, come on, I don't fuck if he's shy, whatever the case may be, is yo, I'm gonna watch your back. I want somebody out there with me, right?
Yeah.
Feel me? So they find him and his guts is out. You feel me? Not to get too graphic, but you feel me? But it's a little sublime. You feel me? He's in his mouth and all of that. They cut it off, castrated him, put it in his mouth, and it's crazy. You feel me? Like, and then like what you're saying, Anthony see the black man go home. This isn't your fight. You feel me? And then Dugan like, yo, throw that commie bullshit away. You feel me? Like, so what y'all think about that scene? Like, Jamal, we're gonna start with you, bro.
Yeah. You said what? So what happened when the nigga blew up?
Yeah, now when they found their man, he went to go take a shit, but he went by himself. And then they found him, and you know they opened him up, they cut him up, they had his guts out, and they had his skull in his mouth and stuff like that.
Yeah, his guts was hanging out. Yeah.
And he found the Black Men Go Home. You feel me? This isn't your war pamphlet.
Yeah, yeah. That was real though, because especially during that time, especially for black men, it's like you'll get teased or ridiculed. Like, what are you joining a war for? Going to fight the white man's war?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing going on during that time. So it's like I kind of got mixed feelings on it though.
Yeah. You want to talk about those? You want to share some of those feelings, or you good?
I'm good. Over there from that, it wasn't beneficial for especially a lot of black men to go there and fight, and then a lot of the times they come home to nothing. You can't get no job. You come home to poverty. You come home to tension. You come home to race. I mean, we're gonna get more into it when Anthony come home, but you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but later on in the movie, Anthony did kind of what was Chris Tucker's character name? Skip. As later on in the movie, both of them kind of really find out, and also the other homeboy,
Jose. Yep.
Yeah. All three of them kind of really kind of find out, like, man, like come home from this war. Hey, I'm expecting big treatment, but not so much big treatment. Like, hey, when I come home, hey, I'm expecting a job. Cause I can't. Maybe back then, I think now you can live off. You can just live off the military money.
Yeah, shit. Even now, I hear some people just can't live off. But
right. Oh, you do get some kind of benefits. You go and join the military, come home, like you can be rich, but you get some kind of benefits. But back then, though, back in the 60s, 70s, coming out of the Vietnam War, especially for a lot of black and Latino men, you come home to nothing, shorty. So this is the whole point. This is the whole point of this movie, for real. And we jump ahead, but this movie was loosely based on a true story. People might not know.
I didn't know that.
It was based on a guy called Haywood Kirkland. And he was a real guy from the Bronx, a guy that fought in the Vietnam War for his country, killed, was in a special unit, came home, couldn't afford to feed his family and his kid, couldn't get a job, and had to, rob a bank. And it was loosely based on Haywood Kirkland. And it was from a book. It was from a book called Bloods, or a History of the Vietnam War of Black Veterans. And a guy named Wallace Terry wrote that book.
Okay. Hey, when we get done with this, can you send that to me? Because I want to check that book out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got the interested in that.
Man, I like to sit based on true stories. I like documentaries, and it's cool that Dead Prez was based on one. I don't know if people knew that or not.
I didn't know that, bro. For real.
I ain't neither on the real. Hey, you just put me on the game right there.
So
Yeah.
moving on a little bit. So now they got, their fallen brother in arms. You feel me? He all fucked up. To calm him down, the doc hit him with a morphine. Anthony, like, yo, if that don't work, you feel me? If he need more, he can get mine, doc. Doc, like, yo, nah, one more, kill him. You feel me?
Yeah.
So now now they gotta abort the mission and they gotta get him back. You feel me, to medical and shit, so that he, they can get right and whatever the case may be is. But the whole time while they trying to get to the LZ, you feel me?
Just an attack happened.
Yeah, LZ. I know this from playing Call of Duty. Is landing zone, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you feel me? The whole time he asking Anthony, yo, just let me die. I don't want to go home like this. They done cut the man guts out, took it out. They castrated him. I feel him.
Yeah.
Feel him. He said, I can't go home. He looked Anthony pretty much as the best way that he could in his eyes and was like, you think I don't mean it? I can't go home like this. Like, yo, please just end it. Like, you could do it. You feel me? End it. Anthony, he tried to, give him some words of encouragement. Anthony ultimately decided to end that man's life in his pain, in his shame, probably. You feel me? Everything prevented everything that he's pretty much saying. I don't want to go through this. And he's asking him, you the only one that can do this right now. Like, please don't. You feel me? With that being said, I believe that I would have made the same decision. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. For real, honestly, y'all. But I believe that.
I'm saying, you know what though, bro? You want to feel bad because when I first watched the movie, I didn't recognize. I would say I was kind of hated. You kind of hated him for that, and then when I rewatched this movie, me as an adult, kind of like, oh shit, yeah, okay, now, all right, now Wesley, what he did was kind of, if I was kind of in that same boat, I don't know what I would have done. What I would have done that, I don't know, because I never been put in that position, so I really can't say that. If you can't understand what I'm saying.
I feel you. I completely get it. That's that's a real decision right there. That's somebody's life.
Yeah.
Jamal, what you think you could have made a decision? Or
honestly, bro, I don't think I could do it. I'd tell somebody else, like, hey, look, this nigga over here talking about some killing, bro. I can't do it.
I feel
you.
You
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Personally, I couldn't do it. Even, I mean, I can't say I would understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, man, I can't go home like this. I can't go. Believe me.
I think me and John trying to say together.
So I'm the only one that
we can fix you up, bro. We can fix you up if we get you home, bro. You're not gonna stay like this, bro.
Oh, but the man Johnson was cut off, B.
Right.
Right. Like,
I kind of understand what you're saying a little bit too with that. I'm saying, Joe, because you got to walk around, Joe.
And let me be honest.
You with a piss bag. You walk around with a piss bag all the damn time. I can't understand that too a little bit. Yeah.
I want to be completely honest. I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I don't know if it's wrong. I really don't know. But what I do know is that I would want somebody to do that for me if I was in that position. I would not want to go home like that, yo. I wouldn't. That would be, to me, that is condemning me to a life that's worse than death.
I can't. I'm saying because we really don't know if he had a family or anything. So we really don't know how young or how old he was. So we really can't, you know what I'm saying, Joe, make that decision. So kind of like the decision kind of like wishy washy a little bit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Anthony
man.
ultimately made the decision, and he chose to grant that man his wish, his last wish. You feel me? And I think that really fucked up Anthony. It was
Yeah, yeah. You can kind of like see in that scene, it kind of did fuck with him a little bit. Cause like,
yeah,
damn, you put me in that damn decision to make. Like, damn, like
you
they
know,
said, Joe, if I give you this shot, it's gonna kill you. I really don't want to do that. You trying to, and
yeah,
and then the part that got me was too was when he said, "Hey, if it was you, I'd do it for you too."
yeah. And like I said, I would like to believe that if I was put in that decision, I truly believe that I wouldn't want to. I know that shit would be so fucked up on my loved ones. It's not like I don't recognize that. I don't want to sound like I'm making a decision without thinking shit through. I know how fucked up that would be to my loved ones, but I can't live like that, and I don't need my loved ones
Oh, know what
missing out.
though?
They gotta
You
take
put
care of me. You feel me?
you gave me that thought. You just gave me that thought. Thank you, bro. That's why Anthony. That's why Anthony. I believe he felt like dog. Y'all really want to do it. You might have a family at home or something, Joe. Hey, you come home to your mom and pop. You know what I'm saying, Joe, or wherever, or come home to your wife and kids or wherever he got. I don't know. They classify that in the movie.
It's a hard
So
decision,
Anthony,
but
Yeah, man.
uh, you know, Anthony ultimately makes a decision. He's granted that last wish. Then you know we get a little scene. They about to go home. Chris Tucker ends up going home. I mean, Skip ends up going home before Anthony, but then Anthony eventually comes home, and you know
Yeah,
he, you feel me? He got his uniform on. It's a grown man now, man. This man done killed to survive. He done killed because he was following orders. He done saved lives. He done, you feel me? Watched men that he
I'll say,
fought with. You feel me? Oh, I skipped that scene where Dugan died, where Skip froze up.
yeah,
They were up out there and Skip froze up. He clearly asked, he screamed it. I forget, he screamed his government name. And it was like, you feel me?
yeah.
Government. So when Sarge got up, Dugan got up. Skip ain't coming. He froze. He was scared. He froze, and Dugan got hit up. Anthony was trying to get him to snap out of it, but he wouldn't snap out of that shit, yo. Like
yeah,
calm enough to, you know, to cover his sergeant. You feel me, and let him get up out of there. So, and it goes back to what Wes was saying in that scene where Cleon was like, "Yo, I just buried our good luck," because shit popped off right after that. Old boy
Yeah,
got
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Shit cut off. Anthony had to kill him. Then they got ambushed. You feel me? Dugan died. Skip froze up. Shit really went
yeah,
to hell after he. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, damn, was he on to something? I mean, he is the son of a preacher. You feel me?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Ultimately, you know, Anthony make it back home. You know, he seen the hood and how the neighborhood done changed and everything. He walked down and we see Cowboy. You feel me? Cowboy still talking shit. You know, when he walk up on Skip, who is now Skip looked like he was hot in the motherfucker. He was just like, you know, nah, you feel me?
Man,
So what's your thoughts on that, Jamal? And then we'll pass it over to Wes afterwards.
all right, all right.
When you first seen Skip, I think Skip was housing motherfucker, and that first interaction, you know, he was like, "Man, how you come home so early?" And Skip was like, "Cause of medical. I'm home because of the medical jump."
Mm-hmm.
And that was too when I was saying earlier about the Agent Orange and the people in the comments might not know that was like a pesticide or insecticide, however you said, and basically it was in orange containers. So that's why it was called Agent Orange. And what it was is people that put it in planes and they rolled over the land and they sprayed that shit all over the trees and the ground and the crops. So, the people in the fields would be fucked up and couldn't use it. But what happened was the people on the US side got fucked up and the people on the Vietnamese side got fucked up. And it was a pesticide, you know what I'm saying? It was chemical warfare. Like World War II was mainly for the intense warfare. The Vietnam Army was for a different, it was savage. And it was the first introduction to chemical warfare. You feel me? So when they sprayed that shit led to health issues. It led to cancer. It led to diabetes, immune disease, birth defects. That shit fucked you up. So I think Skip had went through some of that shit, even though it wasn't explained in the movie. I felt like he was because he said he was released due to health issues. But what was the health issue?
You know what I got from it though? Remember, he was like, he got some shit got up into him out there, and he said all he knows is that he got his blood cells fucked up, and he wake up in cold sweats or some shit like that. Got his cells fucked up. He wake up in cold sweats.
Right. I'll say because
what it was. You know what I got from it, but I never thought about Agent Orange, which is a strong possibility, but my first thought was HIV. Because remember, he was fucking the prostitute out there like a motherfucker,
Could be that too, even though it was never.
You know what though? You right about that. I was like, cause with him and his brother was at that bar, he did hop up and they got done being emotional and stuff, everything. He kind of got up and like, hey, yeah. He had to holler at the girls like, hey, sucky. Big dick, excuse my language, no, Joe, my fault. But if any minors or anything watching this, I'm sorry about that.
Agent Orange is a nice little something to think about though, for real. Because I didn't even think about that.
Like people in the comments, go research that and research how that affected the Vietnam War and how it was used and what did it do to you. That's why I felt like, Skip was exposed to it because he did say, he had because of health issues and that shit was in his bloodstream. What was in his bloodstream? That shit right there.
But also too though, you think about it too. The heroin really didn't help it out none neither too though.
Yeah, especially
that's how they cope with it because a lot of black men during that time from the war when they came home, especially when they was affected by that shit. And I researched, looked this shit up. When they was affected by that Agent Orange shit, the way they cope with it is through drugs, heroin, shooting up, smoking a joint wasn't enough. They had to cope with it some kind of way. So a lot of black men came home from the war was fucking dope.
Thanks for explaining it to me out well, bro. Thanks for that. That's for educating me on that. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
So you got anything else to explain? You want to expand on that, or you?
We go ahead.
Just wanted to spread awareness about that shit.
For real. You know what we're gonna start doing too. Some of these like Jamal just stuff like that. I think it'd be a good idea if we start sharing some links. You feel me? Attach some links to the upload. That way, people can shoot straight to it. You feel me? That information that that we dropping and stuff whenever we can or whenever we feel the need to. Moving on a little bit.
Yeah. That's a good idea right there, bro. Yeah.
Anthony goes home and he's having dinner with his parents. And his mom's is like, pretty much, what was going on out there. And Anthony like, war, whatever, blah, blah, but I'm home now. This is what I want to focus on. She was like, but shit, we're gonna have to talk about it sooner or later. I heard people got into a lot of drugs out there and stuff like that. Like, what's going on. And he pretty much said, like, no drugs, just a little killing. You feel me? For my country, of course. And it's kind of like, it's like a little Like, yeah, your little boy is a man now, not just a man, but he has killed other men. You feel me? He has taken life. You feel me? Like, this isn't still your son, but
Right. I'm just I'm just a little different now. I'm not that little boy that you know what I'm saying, Joe. I'm not that
and I don't
I'm
think
just
she
that
meant to, but yeah, I don't think she meant to, but like, well, we're gonna have to talk about it sooner or later. Like, this is not your baby boy. You feel me? You know? And I think
You saw it when you smoke, the Pop's trying to kill you. What's
the Pops know, right? Pops know. Once the Pops know,
eat up, son.
yeah. Collard greens is good, yo. Pops know, you feel me? Pops jump right in there for the save. I feel him. But I think that they both out. When he said that, just a little killing, like I think they kind of got it like, all right, like let's give him some time, you feel me? Let him, he went back to Kirby's spot, right?
I think like I said earlier, I think y'all kind of keyed in on it. Yeah, I think y'all said that the Pops did have like a little army service under his belt. He served.
Did his pop serve? I probably missed that. His pop served?
Oh, that's the question. I don't want to put them wrong.
Who, Anthony Pop?
Yeah, Anthony Pop.
Oh, yeah, that's the question.
I know Kirby served. Kirby was in the Korean
War. Yeah. I remember Kirby served.
Kirby served. We're gonna get to another person at the end of the movie that served, but I don't remember Anthony Pop served.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for clearing it up again, folks. Thanks for clearing it up.
But I think Anthony Pop had respect for men that served.
Yeah. I think the Pop kind of like. I think he kind of like understand where it's coming from a little bit.
Yeah, he's proud of his son. You feel me?
Yeah. Because remember in the beginning,
I'm proud that you made it home. I'm proud that you made it home safe and sound. No kind of wounds or nothing. You didn't get hit. You didn't get what the other partners I got to you. I'm kind of glad that you home here. Here goes some more. I kind of understand that a little bit.
And then remember in the beginning when they was eating dinner, when he decided to go, and his mom was upset, and Pops was like, "I'm gonna talk to your mom for you."
Yeah.
He was kind of supportive. He was kind of supportive of the idea. So that's why I said Pops had a respect for servicemen.
So Anthony was home. He go see Kirby and stuff like that. Then he go see Juanita.
You forget the part. He saw his old boss.
Yeah, Kirby. Oh yeah. It came back, seen Kirby and shit like that.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about that too.
Hey, bro.
When he went to court, and the soundtrack for Dead Presidents is off the fucking chain. I'm gonna break that down a little later.
Oh yeah,
just keep how they play certain songs in certain parts of the movie. And one song that stood out to me was when Anthony came back to see Kirby at the bar, and the song they were playing in the background.
I like that part too. I like that part.
By Sliding Family Stone. It's a song called "If You Want Me to Stay," and they right when he came back in the bar, this shit crazy. Like the song, like "If you want me to stay, I'll be around today." That song is about. It's about being in toxic relationships. Hold on, bro. It's about being in toxic relationships. That's what that song is about. And think about it. Being a war veteran at that time, especially for a young black man, Anthony, America was like a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Because America was using black men. America had got those black men, made them fight in the war, spit them back out, and sent them home, ain't do nothing for them, and couldn't do nothing for them. That's toxic as fuck. Think about it.
Yeah. Want to do nothing for them.
Or was it just me or my tripping? You know what I mean?
No. You're not tripping. No. You're not tripping about that. No. We're in the same boat together on that. I'll say.
Not only that's one of my favorite songs. That's a perfect.
Jamal, I'm gonna give you the win.
I just have one to say that he kind of like when when he came in when he came into the spot, he kind of like this that jam right there, and put it. I was made it so cool with me was that when the beat had dropped for him, he pulled his and he took that one little hit of the cigarette like
Yeah,
and then
man.
and I kind of he kind of like felt like I'm back home now. I'm kind of like with my people. So I'm kind of with my homies, with my friends. There we go. Yeah, they all live. I'm back home.
Yeah. I just had to break that shit up real quick.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
So now Anthony done almost completed, you know, the homecoming tour. Now he go see Juanita. Was that the first time that he was introduced to Cuddy? No,
Yeah.
No.
crib. He went to her mom's house and Delilah was there.
Yeah.
She went to her
Matter of
mom's house
fact,
and Delilah was
he was introduced go to the baby sister
Yeah.
when he was delivering milk.
Yeah. We talked about that, but now he home. He went to the crib and
Yeah.
Delilah, you feel me? And she pretty much, she happy he home. She happy he good and shit. But she was like, yeah, you went to go fight that white man's war. Because now she's heavily influenced and, affiliated with the Black Panther movement.
Yeah, right.
She has very strong opinions about not only the war, but him in particular, because you feel me, she grew up with him, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? So they had that little conversation. What you think about that? How she opposed it? So,
Yeah.
I'm actually
I fuck with it. Albert and Alan Hughes, the Hughes brothers, the guys who directed this movie, they put a lot of innuendos in it, man, to make you think and go back. And they did in some of their other movies too. Because, I think it was a setup because think about it. I hate to keep going back. But in the beginning of the movie, when Juanita and Anthony went into the room and Delilah was in the bedroom and she was dancing, what song was playing? Say it loud.
Second I'm proud. Yeah.
Say it loud. I'm proud.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fast forward now, she's a young adult now and with the movement. So I like how they set it up like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And in the years match up, the timeline match up. And she did throw the invitation out there, hey, come check us out one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't put that part together right there. Well, actually, I ain't thinking about that part like that too well.
Yeah, my shit.
Yeah, man.
Juanita come home. Juanita got the baby.
I know when I watched it last night. I watched the movie last night.
I was saying because if you remember, he did kind of ask about the about Juanita and the little girl, and then she kind of she kind of gave him that spell, and then she kind of heard the door unlocking, and she's like, oh, find out for yourself. Here she come now.
Yeah.
Yep. So, she see him. Shit. She see him, she hug him, and then it's like that shit kicked in because she hugged him. I thought that was, kind of like a nice scene right there.
Yeah.
And then it's like she automatically starts checking to see if he was whole. You feel me? And he got to tell her like, "Yo, I'm good. I'm straight." You feel me? Like I'm good. I thought that was nice little scene right there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he get the
Emotional and stuff.
And he kind of
got the
like
whole
let
little
her know
girl.
like, hey, baby, yeah, I'm good. Everything is all good right here. I
Yep.
ain't get to no kind of.
It's a shame that
So
the actress who
we're
played
gonna jump ahead a little bit. You know, huh?
Huh? You want to
I
jump
was,
a
I
little
was
bit?
just saying the actress that played
Like I said,
Juanita Rose Jackson. It's a shame she didn't get too many. She didn't get too many major parts after that, though. She's a good actress.
Man, I would like to see her.
yeah.
I like to see her in some more good films on the real.
So we're gonna jump a little bit. You feel me? He got him a little job. You feel me? He back with Juanita and stuff like that, and we we introduced to Cuddy. You feel me? Cuddy pull up in the whip and shit, and Cuddy ain't even have to do all of that shit. Like you feel me? Like my baby girl and shit like that. And you feel me? Like come on, like Kirby really stunned it on Anthony, which and I'm sure. You know, Cuddy bout it and shit. You know, I'm sure he's street dude. I'm sure he real, but Cuddy, you playing with a stone cold fucking killer, yo, and you don't really know that shit. That's what that shit kind of stood out to me. You feel me? Watching that scene, like Cuddy, you dealing with a motherfucker. I'm sure Cuddy about that life, but this motherfucker knows how to kill. You get what I'm saying? Like for real. But what y'all think about that interaction? You feel me? Because she even went like, Cuddy, this nigga done went pulled off, like you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I see how she tried to play it off. Like, oh, Anthony, this is. And he pulled up like
Yeah.
you knew what it was. You should have told Anthony what it was from jump. But also, people need to realize, and I had to look it up too. That particular incident was like, let's say around 1973. So they had $100 bill. So $100 in 1973 is equivalent to $800 today. You think about how much money it is.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that shit though. If you watch that movie back recently, or are going to, $100 in 1973 is $800 a day. So Cuddy dropping off money and looking out, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread, especially when he talking about, oh, you got a family to feed, and like Cuddy was breaking real bread.
Yeah,
because the times was different then. But yeah,
Cuddy was getting that bread.
At the same time, can't play with a man's family though.
Yeah, true that. True, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the outcome.
Can't play.
I feel the same way. As everything y'all said, I totally agree with.
So
Yeah, it is, bro.
Well, also too though, well, before we continue on, the part where like I said, like man, when he passed that money over to us, Joe, then he kind of throw, then he kind of throw it in the car, and then when she like, oh, this is this she's like Anthony, this is my friend. Was that the part like when he like threw the money and then spent off? Did you do that?
Nah, this was the first time. I think he just peeled off, right?
Yeah, he just peeled off. Like
Okay.
funny.
I kind of thought he did drop the money for that too. I thought he kind of like threw the money in there.
Nah, he just peeled off, and they got the arguing about it later in the house.
Yeah, they had to argue about it. Yup. And so now Anthony go back to Kirby. Trying to see if he can get a little work like he used to, get a little money like he used to with Kirby and shit. Kirby like shit, yo, times have changed. You feel me? Like I'm barely making it now with what I got going on. You feel me? Like I would, but I ain't got it. You feel me? So
Yeah. You said the
now
police raided my shit.
I'm saying right,
yeah, yeah.
right. I'm saying I don't
I thought
back then.
I thought you
I'm
had the
saying
police on payroll. Man, pigs greedy.
yeah,
Yo, he's greedy for real.
man. I'm saying and he kind of explained to him too a little bit too. I'm saying like, man, hey, the pitch want more money. I'm barely surviving with the cup, your with the pool
Yup.
hall.
Barely
Yeah,
surviving with that. That's how that shit
yeah,
was. You
man.
feel me? Like back in them days, yo. It really was. It really was. So
Yeah,
Anthony ended up getting a job at the little meat market. You feel me? And he trying to do what he could do, but we see scenes of him having these nightmares, and that's that PTSD that you was talking about. You feel me?
yeah,
Um, blood and people getting killed and shit and killing, like it was wild. It was real for him. And I think that played a huge part in his relationship as well, and even him just trying to function
Yeah. I would say
as a man and out here back and back home and stuff like that. What y'all think about that?
yeah. There, man. PTSD is real, man, because I got a few family members and a lot of friends that served in the military, and you know, they told me a few things that they went through, and I researched and look at a lot of things, man. PTSD is fucking real, and if you watch
Yeah,
Anthony, especially on the second half of the movie after he came home, the shit he was going through, it was clear signs of PTSD, like the
yup,
flashback. This nigga was emotionally numb, like he didn't give a fuck.
yup,
This nigga had trouble adjusting, and this was the second half of the movie. He had trouble adjusting to civilian life. He was
yup.
angry all the time. He was emotionless. You know what I'm saying? Lack of sexual desire. Cause remember why he like, you won't fuck me, you won't. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yup.
saying? Like,
yeah. I'll say I kind of did want to touch on it a little bit. I'll say because you did kind of notice like, man, like when it started raining, he like who
He was
he
yeah,
having
started.
them.
I think
flashbacks.
it kind of like it started thundering and lightning just a little bit, and then like who
Yeah, flashbacks. That's one of the major
yeah
symptoms too. You know, it shit fuck motherfuckers up mentally, and this wasn't even big back in the late '60s, early '70s. You know, mental health is a really big issue nowadays. Like a lot of jobs got mental health days and shit, but this shit wasn't a thing back
Yup.
then. Mental health,
yeah
mental
right
illness
yeah
wasn't highlighted back then. PTSD wasn't highlighted back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they didn't.
It's like
Yeah, you're right.
people
They
in the comments.
didn't for that shit, yo. They ain't have a word for that. And the thing about it is, like, it's so many people that's actually going through PTSD, and it's not even just from war; it's from your childhood, what you got to go through when you in the hood. Um, so much
Yeah,
shit. I don't even think, like you said, people don't even like recognize that shit is post traumatic stress disorder, yo. I, to a certain degree, have that shit because when I am out, I need to know. All a lot of people think like this, but I really need to know like all exits for real, for real. I don't
yeah
yeah,
trust shit. I don't trust nothing. My people's, my family. Are you paranoid? That ain't gonna happen now. Fuck that.
yeah.
For
And I
real,
think
yo.
I got it to that too because and not to sidetrack and go down any rabbit holes. I know it's a movie review, but real quick, I'm a letter carrier, which means I carry mail all day. I got bit by a dog one time, and I
Yeah.
got PTSD with dogs. So if I'm, carrying and delivering, if I hear a bark or I go in your yard and I see a leash on the ground or a toy or something, I'm on P's and Q's. Like I'm fucked
Right,
up in the head.
and
I don't fuck
yeah,
with dogs anymore. I don't fuck with dogs anymore.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do that shit for real, man. Also want to make the point that he actually went and got the job before he went to go see his family, and that's like, you feel me? He wasn't going to show up without saying that he was going to be able to provide some way now that he home. You feel me? So
Yeah.
now we back at the scene where he back at the Kirby spot playing some pool and shit, and Cowboy's there. Boy talking all kinds of shit, about how fine Juanita is. What I like about that scene was when he talk about how fine Juanita is and shit. Nigga, Anthony looking at him, he said, "What you looking at me like that for, man? I'm just complimenting you on your tasting moment."
Yeah.
Man, shut the fuck up. You just complimented
I
him.
laughed at that part, bro. I laughed at that part. I ain't gonna lie.
But
Yeah, I did too.
the whole scene is so different from the first interaction that we seen with them, because Anthony he ain't saying shit. Anthony smoking a cigarette, he looking at him. You feel me? He just panic, just probably like in his mind, like, yo, I can kill this nigga in like 12 different ways easily right now. You feel me? But then Cowboy had to go and get up under his skin, talking about, and funny thing is, while that scene is going on, James Brown, The Big Payback, is playing.
Yeah, the big payback. Yep. Like I was telling you earlier, they play certain songs or certain parts of the movie.
So when motherfucking Cowboy start talking about how Cuddy, we used to fuck Juanita, was fucking Juanita, yo, this nigga Anthony just flipped the nigga up out of his legs and just started beating the shit out that motherfucker with the pool stick. Just beat, and then looked him dead in his eyes and said, "I will kill you. Nigga, stop playing with me. Motherfucker, I will kill you, B." Beat the shit out of Nick. Kirby was letting that shit go out.
I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait till you got done talking, and then I was gonna show say that part. I'll say, because Kirby Hill about the white boy like, no. Right here, hold on. No, he deserved his ass whipping from weapon a while back.
So after Cowboy got that ass beat, and you feel me, Anthony, he let out a little bit of steam. You feel me? Got a little bit of aggression off for good reason. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now we back at the house, him and Delilah. You feel me? And they talking about just life and shit. You could clearly see, like, in the scene, his shorty, she I said Delilah, but I forget her name. What's her name? Juanita. So Juanita just in a bad mood, and the reason why she's in a bad mood is because they need money. You feel me? The job that he got ain't enough because Juanita is now pregnant.
Again,
they got another baby on the way. You feel me? And she like,
ain't got no money. She can't get none.
You feel me? Like, that is, I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot on a woman too, to be thinking, you feel me, to be knowing all of this shit is coming, and like, damn. But also, I feel like she gotta understand, like, I feel like it's the same thing now. Look at the times. You feel me? Look at the times. He not the only one out. Y'all not the only ones out here struggling. He not the only one, black man out here that want more for his family but can't get it because things is put into place. You feel me? The system is literally working against us. You feel me? So it's like, I get her frustration, I get her worrying, Like, you gotta be that backbone for that man because you should realize what he got, what he's facing out there, and why. It's not like he lazy. You feel me? It's not like he don't want to do anything. He's doing everything that he possibly can. You feel me? So that was they kind of end up getting into a little bit. Feel me? What you think about that?
Yeah, I would say I can understand her frustration, but I mean, think about it though. You know what I'm saying? And this was during a time where it was more the times where the man was the bread and butter of the household.
Yep.
So women didn't really have to work like that. So you gotta understand it was different times too.
Yep. It really was different times.
You know what I'm saying? And along with the PTSD Anthony dealing with, now he has to deal with this too. Like, damn, I'm fucked up. This shit happened in the war with me. I gotta bring this home, and now I'm here, and I gotta provide for my family. I can't shit slow right now. That's another layer of stress.
Yep.
Just imagine the man going through, bro. You know what I'm saying? You sit back and think for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at it. I see it like this. I see like you said, I see the frustration on both of their sides a little bit. I see the frustration with both of them. I see the frustration with him as far as like, dog, yo, I'm back home from I should be making I should be making more money from your I should be making more money than what I am with this. I'm not getting paid with your with the store that with the business I'm in now. Like, dog, man, it's factories that could be what I can't say factories. No, I can say good business with the fast with the white people or something. He had that PS. I'll say he had that problem behind him. Then like, dog, her frustration. She getting mad with you because hey, I can't make love to you at night. And she kind of like told him a little bit too, a little bit like man, like hey, the only time I can hold you or whatever, kiss you or whatever, is when you have them you have them nightmares.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on a little bit. Now you feel me? They got Kirby, Anthony, and Jose. Jose done made it back. I'm sorry, I think we skipped over the scene where he reconnected with Jose. But Jose made it back for getting his hand blown off. They had Jose in Demolitions, which will play a part. That
was he made his buddy they got his hand blew up when
he first went back.
He was at the pool out with Kirby.
Yeah, yup. So this particular scene, you feel me? They both with Kirby, they riding and shit. And Jose pretty much saying, yo, look, this truck come through, you feel me? Ba 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 ba. Feel me? 4 guards, arms, whatever. I'm telling you this shit like clockwork. We can get in, we can get out. At first, Kirby like, man, I don't know about that shit. Go ahead.
No, we my bad. We forgot to mention the second altercation with Cuddy in the hallway.
That come afterwards though?
No, that came before that.
It came before that?
Yeah.
Yeah, It was before. I think it was. I think. Don't quote me.
No, because I don't even think.
I think that happened. I think he met I think he met Kirby.
Because
I seen Kirby before that. Matter of fact,
the altercation with Cuddy happened. The altercation with Cuddy happened. And then he got the argument with Juanita for the last time. And then the plan for the heist was after all that.
Nah, man.
I think that was before that. I'm saying because the Kirby incident happened, and then like a couple of days later, he got at work, and then
He had the second
He's not working, and
after he had the second altercation with Cuddy after he get laid off. Cause remember he coming up.
right, yep, yeah, thank you, yeah, thank you, yeah.
Take it, you feel me? He ain't get laid off yet. They just talking about. So they talking about the heist. You feel me? And Kirby like you know, like, you think we can pull this off, whatever the case may be. Is Anthony a little hesitant? I don't know, 4 men, something like that, 4 guards with the Heat or whatever. And then Kirby like, yo, you got to be the one to plan it out if we do it, but I can put up the guns. But that's it. That's all they talk about it. Like, they never like made it solidified.
Right. They never had to like the decision and to like later on in the movie.
Yeah, because then we see that's when Anthony having all of them dreams and shit. You feel me? Skip to him,
and then
like,
and that's when the big argument happened.
Like that shit is like, that shit was crazy. The motherfucking dreams that he was having, B. Blood and shit everywhere, and it just speaks to that PTSD that we was talking about.
Yeah.
You know? So damn. Hold on, let me go up in my notes. Yeah, because after that, Anthony get laid off. Then we have the altercation with him and Cuddy.
Right. And then that's when he met the sister at the, and then that's when he tried to decide to go.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yep. We're gonna get into that. Anthony get laid off, and it's not because of anything that he did. It's just that, you know, the shopkeeper, he can't afford to pay him. You feel me? Like, he barely made, and this man owned his own shop, his own meat shop at that. You feel me? He the butcher. You feel me? Like, and he could barely afford to pay somebody to work for him. And you know, he tell him like, yo, you know, I can't do much. You know, I pretty much wish, but go ahead and take this. You know, all of these meats. He gave him a bunch of meats. It was like, yo, it'll spoil. I can't do nothing with it. You feel me? Just go ahead and take it. So,
I'm gonna throw it away anyway. So, man.
Yeah, you feel me? You know,
that's another little small detail that the Hughes brothers put in the movie, because, you know, around that time, you know, butchers shops were becoming less and less. So they started processing meat and selling meats in the grocery stores. That's how we do today.
The grocery stores, yup, man. I'm old enough to remember the you know, the meat shop, the butcher shop. Feel me?
Right, yeah. I definitely remember
I used to go there to get our cold cuts and shit. Us New Yorkers call it cold cuts. You feel me? Let's go there and get our cold cuts. You feel me? Our sandwich meats and all of that. Yo, let me get $15 worth of turkey, $10 worth of Mary, for real. Yo, that's how we used to do it. But so Anthony coming up steps with and Cuddy walking down. And Cuddy on some, oh shit, yo, what up? You feel me? Bringing in groceries and shit. Look at you.
Yeah. I used to bring in groceries. I was the man. I was happy.
How you try to make? Yeah. It made me feel real good. It made me feel like a man. You feel me? Like, come on, Cuddy. Like, come on, B. Then man say, yo. Then he tell him, yo, I just came from Juanita and Sarah. Like, I just came from the crib. I just came from your house, seeing your baby mama and your daughter. You feel me?
Yeah. Come on.
Then tell him, man, yo, I care about Juanita a whole lot, but you home. You feel me? You home. You feel me? You feel me?
I'm out.
Yo,
yeah.
But if you need a little help or whatever, you feel me? Come holler at me. You feel me? Motherfucker.
What y'all would have did? What y'all would have did?
Yo, look, me. First of all, as soon as I see you, nigga. The minute you, like, even if it get to the I just came from, you just came, you what, nigga?
Right. You got saw his face, especially when he said that too a little bit too. You saw his face. You saw Anthony's face, especially when he said that. Like, what?
But the thing about what I respect about Anthony is that, like, and I don't know if you was gonna agree with me or not, or whatever the case may be, but like watching it now, like I see why Anthony has to restrain himself. You get what I'm saying? He will fucking kill that nigga with his bare hands. He can do it. You feel me? Just like that. Cuddy sitting there talking all of this shit. You feel me? And you able to talk this shit because this man is refraining from really killing you right now. He don't need no gun. He don't need no knife. This nigga is a trained killer. You get what I'm saying?
I can't see where you going with that a little bit too. So like you can do like kind of like man, like hey, I give kudos. Yeah. I give him kudos, like man, yo, from just holding anger back from because deep down inside he really could, yo, like man, I can kill you in 15 different ways. You just don't know. I can do it.
No, he's not afraid. We can't say we know he's not afraid. This man faced death 10, 20 times over. You feel me? So it just shows, and I don't know why, but it does show. I know he's restraining himself because
I do too. Yeah,
we as the viewers watching this movie up until this scene and this point, we know what Anthony's capable of, and we know what he's faced. So we know he ain't scared, but he is restraining himself for some reason. But it allowed Cuddy to get even more boastful and really feel like he belittling him, which I do feel like he belittling him. But Cuddy, you actually getting away with this shit right now. You feel me?
And then he sucker punched him.
You feel me? Walk down the steps, pull the hammer out.
Anthony fell, he busted his head wide open, so he probably concussed.
He had motherfucking brass knuckles. He ain't just hit him regularly, he had brass knuckles.
Damn.
So yeah.
He had a bomb for real, rock this shit, you know, but
I remember the back of his head was bleeding while Nita was trying to help him.
Yeah. He trying to, you know, Anthony Mouth telling him to suck it and shit, put the gun in his face.
Okay, man, suck it, nigga.
Nigga, Anthony said, nigga, kill me. Nigga, what you gonna do? Nigga, kill me. And it speaks to what I was saying. He ain't afraid.
Right, yeah.
And that, I would have did this. I would have did the same thing. I know, you are not going to humiliate me, B. You need to pull the trigger right now because I am not about to do that at all, nigga. For real. I respect that shit. You gotta kill me. I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing I'm motherfucking blew another nigga gun off. Nigga, you get what I'm saying? Fuck out here. Nigga, you gotta kill me. Fuck that.
I ain't gonna kill you over no broad.
Nigga, you just started all of this shit over a broad. Nigga, or some type of false bravado. You could have backed out easily. You feel me?
She sucked your shit good, didn't it? She won't do that when you left. At first, did it?
Yo, that nigga would have had to go.
If I was the Hughes brothers, I would have put an alternate scene where Anthony went back and smoked Cuddy at the end of the movie or something.
Right? For real, yo. But you know, he go back, like you said, while Nita trying to patch him up a little bit, and then they get into it. You feel me? They get into it. They had a little argument. She like, yeah, I'm fucking him. If that's what you want to hear, which, like we said,
now PSP.
You know, ladies, let me learn you something real quick. If you don't already know, don't ever do that. Don't look your man dead in his eyes and tell him, yeah, I'm fucking him. Ladies, it does not make it. Look, all I'm saying is, you don't know how it
end too well.
It's not, and it's so many different type of niggas out here, and so many different type of niggas with different type of. Don't do it, ladies. So she
Yeah.
do it. She say, "Yeah, I'm fucking him." That's what you want to hear. Blah 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 blah. They get into it. She try to run down on him. You feel me? Nah, you ain't going nowhere. I turn around every motherfucking life. Run down on me like that. You feel me? And it's not in that scene. It's not about him being an abusive man. It's not about him wanting to take his frustrations out on her. This man is suffering severe traumatic, post-traumatic stress disorder, yo.
Yeah.
Cannot,
Yeah.
man.
And he was suffering from something that he didn't know he had. Because remember, this movie is in the 60s, 70s. By the time they were making this movie in the 90s, it was an awareness to it, but back then it wasn't. So he was struggling with some shit he didn't know he had. And he was trying to leave. Because what he was going to do, he was going to leave and still try to figure out a way to provide it for his family. That's what he would leave to do. So he was trying to leave, but Shawty wouldn't let him leave. So she got choked up real quick.
Yep.
That could have been avoided. Your man trying to leave, let him leave. You already told him he was fucking somebody else, and your man like, all right, man, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Let him leave, man. For real.
Let him cool down. Let him cool down.
So
right. I'm saying that's not kind of for the ladies that's gonna rewatch the show. Please don't do that. I'm saying if your guy that you talking to, you dealing with, you said some crazy stuff like that, and let them leave. Let them walk it off. Cool it down a little bit, and then later on, all right, let's evaluate the situation that happened last night.
So
all that could have been avoided.
For real. So
yep.
is he out, he's trying to walk it off, seeing whatever, he going through a lot of shit, he got his thoughts, I feel him, he going through all of this shit. Nigga just put his hands on him, came from baby mom's crib, she talk about she fucking him. Nigga, just mind you, before all of that happened, he got laid off, his only source of income. You get what I'm saying? He got a baby on the way. Like it's a lot going on with this man, and this man really put his life on the line, just like so many other vets. You feel me?
Yeah.
That man put life on the line for what they said was for his country, and he going through now. Nobody taking care of him. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody is lending a helping hand because he's a vet. There's no. Where the fuck is the United States government at? Where's America at to help this man who y'all are fucking gassed up to go and protect the country? You feel me?
Yeah.
He did. So he going through all of this, and he ended up going to the Black Panther little thing. He see Juanita. They end up having some coffee or something to eat at a little diner, whatever the case may be. And she tell her, I'm your sister. Delilah, I'm sorry.
I got a question to ask. Okay. Honestly, when Anthony when he got fired, I'm thinking he couldn't, Joe, couldn't he went to his pops, asked his OG, hey, pop, cause I don't know if he did he break anything, his pops?
I mean, he probably could have, but do you really think we seen Anthony when he came home from the war? He didn't even go see his baby moms and his daughter until he got a job. So I don't, you feel me? I don't think it was in his character or personality to go to his, you feel me, to go to his pops or go to his brother. He went to Curry, but he asked if he can get a job. He didn't even ask Curry to give him any money. You feel me? He asked if he can get a job. Remember when he first came, he asked if Skip needed anything. Could he do anything for Skip? You feel me?
Yeah.
So I don't think he was the type to just go and act, even though I'm pretty sure he could have. His parents seemed very supportive of him throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. His pops probably could have put him on with a job, but like you said, he won't,
Mm-hmm.
That's how kind of that's what I wanted to ask that question. Like, man, could he have had when he lost the job, Joe? yo, and he had all that problems, all that stuff had just had happened. The next day or whatever, you know what I'm saying, Joe, after he calmed down a little bit, went to his mom, went to his pops, asked his pops or his brother, and like, man, hey, can you help me get a job?
He could have. I just don't think that was in his character. I don't think that he even thought about that, or it probably crossed his mind, and that I ain't even gonna do that. But
And then even if he did, it wouldn't have been no movie. It would have been a happily ever after movie.
Okay, yeah.
Lala
We
now
want to
you
get, we
about
want to get what we got in the
yeah.
movie. Yeah, I can see
So
your point a little bit.
they and he said, I'm through with your sister, I'm gonna be there for my baby. I gotta be there for my baby, but I'm through with your
Right.
sister. I know that much. And then he pretty much put her onto the score. You feel me? Which is funny because the Fugees, the score, you know. Anyway, but he put on he pretty much put her onto the score and shit like that. And they got them planning it around the little table. Herbie gonna be the getaway driver. You feel me? Delilah is one of the gunmen.
Yeah.
Anthony is casing. You one that he quarterback in this thing. They went and got another gunman, another little watcher. That's Skip. They got him. They felt, and then they got Jose to blow the door to get the bread. So
And don't forget,
they felt like they needed another person. So they went and they got Cleon because they felt like, yeah, that motherfucker was wild hoogie back at the wall. I know he with this type of shit. You feel me? But Cleon is a changed man, so to speak. We won't get into that. So they planned it out, and we are there on that day. And they got Skip across, the street, Herbie in the getaway. You got Delilah. Yeah, Delilah and Anthony, Delilah in the dumpster, Anthony up under that shit, and Jose is up under it, like little what's the name? Truck
right.
come like right?
Yeah.
And up the door, and motherfucker, Anthony come out with that shoddy boom body, and it's on, like it's on. I ain't about to give a whole breakdown of the little what's the name. It's on, and well, what happened though? I think something
I'll say, what happened was that cop had they went to Cleon.
Top with the Cleon, and Cleon trying to get him to leave. Cleon talking about he waiting for the bus. Cop walk the beat, so the cop like, nah, I don't think the bus come. Let me check for you. Cleon like, nah, it's cool. They talking about being in the army and stuff like that, and then shit goes down. So this cop that wasn't accounted for kind of get the drop. You feel me? And they start busting and shit. Anthony busting. They got Jose on the damn. He trying to rig up the damn door, and then Cleon frees up. Now, mind you, remember Skip froze up in the beginning, right? When they got killed. And on this particular time, Cleon froze up, and Skip was the one to come and rock the police right in front of Cleon, rocked him, put it into him and shit like that. Because the police had rocked the police shot Kirby. Kirby got out the whip and started busting. But the police had shot something like that. Yeah. So, they get the dudes, police and shit. I think another came or whatever, and then Delilah come out the dumpster, screaming Anthony name. Like, what the fuck? Why you gonna scream out Anthony? What the fuck?
That's what got me about the whole part too. Like, man, Joe, nobody nothing.
But on my rewatch, I'm like, why the fuck? Like, don't say his name. Like, what the fuck?
Right. As a dirty, like, man, every fan person know, hey, don't say my name.
You feel me? But I think she ended up getting robbed, right? She gets shot up and whatever the case may be is fucking Jose finally blow the shit. This nigga does not blow the door off the truck. This nigga blows up the fucking truck, B. This nigga blows up the truck. They trying to get can get, you feel me? And then they running down the street. They done got separated. You see Jose running. Police behind him. He get rocked by the car. And then well, you know, Delilah died in Anthony arms and shit, which you know he gonna feel responsible for that because you know, he the one who brought her into this. Feel me? That's his baby mom's sister, you know. And yeah, Jose get ran down, smashed with the car. Kirby and Anthony get away, and that was the heist, yo. What's your thoughts on the heist?
Hey, bro, can I go first? Can I go first before you say anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
My part about the heist was that Kirby, if you kind of remember, when Kirby, he sacrificed the getaway car to stop the truck.
Yeah,
If you remember,
yeah, because the truck was about to get away.
That's why I kind of think when I saw that, I'm like, maybe that's the reason why the truck blew up. Because if you remember, he hit that car kind of hard.
The father was still in the what's his name?
Yeah.
No. But what's your thoughts on it, Jamal?
Yeah, that's a good point. That was some good scenes, some good action scenes right there. Going back to when they was mapping it out, I don't think they needed the extra man. They didn't need Cleon there.
They need him.
They could have did with him, but they could have did with him. But I mean, I see they had to put him in there for the movie, but realistically, they could have did without him though. He was just in the way. And then when it was time for him to make a move, he could have grabbed the officer and put him in the headlock or something.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
He didn't have no strap, so he could have held him or something. He was in the army. He know how to fight too.
He have a strap. I think obviously because what's that? If you remember, when they all got away and they all met up, he kind of told like, man, you froze up. You had the gun. I think everybody had the gun.
Yeah, like
like, man, all right, if this raid go wrong, hey, all right, everybody shoot.
Cause the whole shit was fucked up. Like the whole shit, like even like it was more cops than what Jose said it was, right?
Yeah.
That's how Lala got killed on some real shit. You feel me? The cop was about to come and rock Anthony. She put the attention on her. They killed the cop and she rocked the cop and the cop rocked her. Then they blew up the truck, which means they didn't even get as much money as they really thought they was or could have gotten. Because they was literally trying to get whatever they could save. You know? So it's like
Jose died with a bag in his hand.
Yeah, he died.
I think Jose had 2 bags, didn't he?
Fucked up. The whole intel was fucked up, yo. Like you were saying it. So after the heist, you know, they back at the HQ, and you know, Anthony just pretty much saying like, yo, this whole shit was fucked up. Like the whole plan was fucked up. You know, he mourning Delilah, you know. And
this part was funny to me.
He rose up and shit. You feel me? And Cleon talking his shit, blah 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 blah. And Skip just rocked him and said, "Talk some more shit." You feel me? Talk about how to take the money and it's devil's money. They should have killed that motherfucker right there, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Or just that. I'm saying.
I know that they're like, all right, we're gonna split it up and we're gonna send Jose half to his family. But I was curious why they didn't have a half for Delilah.
Right, you can.
Maybe
maybe Anthony
probably had her half.
Probably right there was in the scene, but maybe Anthony Couleur already had that in his brain already. That like, yeah, I got this little bit right there.
You already have her. Yeah, I think so. So you know, Cleon talking that shit, whatever. But anyway, he said he'll take the money and shit like that. So they pretty much they split up the money. Blah blah blah. We get a scene where Skip and Anthony and giving out little Christmas gifts and shit like that. You feel me? To little kids in the hood and stuff. But then
Yeah.
they start talking. They start hearing about Cleon and how he running around. He done bought nice official car. He running around giving his congregation wild money and shit. Talking about it,
Right.
God and stuff like that. So
God gave it to me.
Kirby like, yo, we gotta go and kill this nigga. We gotta ride up there. We gotta finish this nigga. You feel me? And right when they're about to, they arrest Cleon. You feel me? And pretty much bitches. What y'all think about all of that?
Yeah, I'm thinking like me now, like, all right, shit, as soon as Anthony saw Cleon getting lifted out of the church, they should have, I don't know how much time passed for the next scene, but they should have got out of there right then.
Should have got out right then and there, yo. Shit got out right. They stayed in the hood. All of that bread stayed in the hood.
They stayed a little too long. They should have got out right after them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can agree with that too. I'm saying yeah, they could have like man, when Cleon got when he got like I said, when he got locked up, then like man, when he went back to headquarters, when we went back to Kirby, he should have turned Kirby then like man, Joe, hey, it's that once he got to the jam. All right. Or who knows though? He could have had some time to wait because that Kirby had told him like man, hey, we could go to Mexico, go rent a boat. Oh,
Yeah,
our boat waiting on us. So who knows? He could have some time to between Cleon getting arrested and them going to Mexico. Who knows the time period of that meetup?
So like oh, go ahead, finish up.
Cause Kirby had said that he had a boat, so getting a boat and get into a specific spot for you and hold it there. He probably has some time to wait for them to get it.
I agree. They should have got the fuck out of there. But they go to try to go get Cleon. He already caught. He and the motherfucking what's his name? They poking him in his head and shit. You feel me? You see him reach for the pen. We know it's over. So now, police is after them. Police run down and Skip crib. Skip dead. Heron shot his shit up. He dead. He done. So now we see Anthony.
Did y'all notice what song was playing when they found him?
I was just about to say that. Al Green.
Al Green. What's going on?
I'm so tired of being alone.
Tired of being alone. Yep. So they had a lot of, but so now we see Kirby and Anthony trying to get right, like Wes mentioned earlier. You feel me? Telling we good. I think Kirby already knew it was a wrap though, but I think he was just trying to keep, you feel me, his spirits up. You feel me? He's like, yo, we'll
I think I would think it done.
All we gotta do is make it to Mexico. We get us a nice little boat. We good. We can send for your little baby and all of that. Young blood. All we gotta do is make it up out of here. And they didn't. But what I fucks with your Kirby was that dude. He was behind him 100 grand from beginning to the end. Because if I hear when the police come, Kirby waving that cane and saying, "Run, Anthony, run! Get out of here!" You feel me?
Yeah.
Run, Anthony, run! You feel me?
That was real nigga. That was real nigga shit right there.
Yeah, I would say right.
Oh, for real, man. And if police wasn't there, he probably would have got away behind Kirby's sacrifice.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. That was real nigga shit, man.
So it's pretty much the jig is up. I'm gonna wrap it all up into the last scene, then we can give our thoughts. So it's pretty much the jig is up. You feel me? They got Kirby and they got Anthony. Now they in the courtroom, and you know the lawyer pretty much saying like, Your Honor, you feel me? He served his country in the Vietnam War. He had X amount of medals by you know, honorably discharged and stuff, served whatever. Then Anthony's pretty much, my back was against the wall. You feel me? Like you feel me? Blah blah blah. Like I mean, he kept it real. Like shit, I ain't think I had nowhere else to go. I had to do this. You feel me? But the judge, who was played by Sheen, by the way,
he was played by who?
Martin Sheen. You know, Martin Sheen is the father of Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Yeah, yep.
I'm saying,
Okay.
Yep.
how I recognize them. How I recognize them. I remember from what's the movie? He played Spawn.
Yeah, he plays Spawn. Yup. He's the he plays the president in the West Wing, I believe. I think it's the West Wing president. Yeah, Martin Sheen is an all-star, yo. Real, y'all. He got some good shit out there. But
you didn't even know that was him. They put some makeup on his ass. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do kind of like him though.
So he pretty much, I don't want to hear. He shot the lawyer shit down ASAP. He couldn't wait to shoot the lawyer down.
Man, I'm telling Joe,
Coming with that veteran shit. I'm not served to the motherfucking wall, which is like okay, but it's different for you, man. You had things, you had opportunities, you had systems set in place for you to succeed. You probably came from money. You feel me? Yeah, you served in the war like Anthony did. But you ain't walked the same road. You ain't had the same struggles that he did when y'all got back home. You feel me?
Yeah, right.
The judge completely kind of missed that, and that shit pisses me off too. But he sentenced him to life, pretty much. Like 40 to life.
I thought it said 15 to life. 15 to life.
15 to life?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, 15 to life.
It's to life. So Anthony, he snapped through the whole movie. Anthony never really snapped. And I don't even think that we kind of like, I know I didn't notice that before. And I don't watch this movie 1,000 times over. Like you said in the beginning, this is a hood classic. But like really watching it, knowing that I have to review it the next day, or you feel me?
Right, yeah.
It's like I feel like that's the first time. A lot of people would say when he choked out Juanita, or when he beat up Cowboy, but I feel like all of those, when he beat up Cowboy, was warranted. When he went on Juanita, it was a reaction.
Yeah.
In this instance, I believe he finally snapped. Everything that he was restraining and holding back, I believe he let that shit fucking go. Cause he like life. After everything I did, motherfucker do the challenge. Just damn, you feel me? And that's dead president, yo. What y'all think about the wrap up and everything,
Man. That whole breakdown from him in the hall and him and Kirby getting busted like that. I'll say like y'all. Kirby held the 5 toes down.
Yeah, he definitely did, yo. Yeah.
And him going to jail like that, Joe, man, and like we said, Joe, like man, I saw it as when the lawyer said what he said about how everything what he did, and the judge kind of like man, like hey, yeah, like y'all explained earlier, him being white, the judge being white, and Anthony being black. Like man, like yo, like when you came home from the service, you had all that good stuff to come back home. You have money to get to You have money to come back for, or who knows? You could ask somebody to rig someone to say like, yeah, Joe, he got this kind of disability, this or whatever.
And shit like that, connections, family, no
Right?
family,
Yeah.
like that. Like, yeah, like that. I ain't respect when he said that. You feel me?
I
Yeah,
didn't.
but
No, I
so
didn't.
I got different experiences when y'all got back home. What about you, Jamal? What you got on that?
Yeah, that's a good point, man. When you serve your military tours and you come home and military veterans are respected and well treated, and one of the times that they weren't treated right and respected was Black and Latino men coming home from the Vietnam War. It's a fact and well documented. And just going back to the court scene real quick, at the end when the lawyer was like he served for his country and the judge was like, I served for my country too in World War II, a real war.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That part stood out to me because the Vietnam War was treated as I wouldn't say a joke, but as far as wars that the U.S. was in, it's like the Vietnam War was like, we don't give a fuck about that. Y'all won't fighting for nothing. Like y'all was fighting for politics and shit.
And a lot of people might attack my patriotism on this, but I mean, America kind of got their ass kicked. You feel me? Like, for real. Like, America kind of got that. They couldn't fuck with the Viet Cong. They know that terrain like a motherfucker. Guerrilla warfare. Shouldn't have been out there in the first place, if you ask me. But that is dead presidents, y'all. You feel me? I just want to say a few things before I wrap up everything that I have to say about it. Is watching it back as now with the mindset that I have now, I could clearly see a lot of themes that was in it. The American dream versus the harsh reality. Like Jamal had brought up a lot within this review, the exploitation of Black soldiers at that time. You feel me? Identity, trying to find who you are, your place in this world after you done been through something, trauma, survival. We talked a lot about the PTSD that he was going through, cycles. You feel me? The poverty and what the poverty drives some men and women to do, which is crime. You feel me? So yeah, that was that's pretty much all of the stuff that I really got from that, all of the themes that I got from that whole movie and what it kind of like hit on and tried to expose, talk about, introduce, or even educate on. You feel me? So yeah, man, Dead Presidents, hood classic, yo, for real. I guess we can start out the rating systems. You feel me? I'm gonna give the smoking section, man. I'm gonna give Dead Presidents 4.5 blunts, B.
Oh, okay.
It's a hood classic. It's a hood classic, yo. You feel me?
Yeah.
I give it a 4. I tell you what, I give it a 4.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
From the smoking section, yo. Jamal and then West. We can close out.
Yeah. I'm gonna match you, man. I'm gonna get that joint a 4. I was thinking about a 3.8, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get that joint 4 blunts, man.
4 blunts. That's all you want. You want to tell us why you came to that? You feel me? Why you came to your decision on 4 blunts? Real quick, you ain't gotta go in. You feel me?
I mean, it's very hard to get 5 blunts though, but it moved up from a 8 to a 4 because, like you say, it's a hood classic, and watching it back, all the A-list actors that was in it, you know what I'm saying, and the roles they played, Clifton Powell, Terrence Howard, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Real quick, the girl that played Delilah, she was the black girl in Blade too.
In Bush, right?
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's in Bush, right? In Bush, right, or something like that. That's her name.
Yep, and Bushy right.
She was also in Silver Brain too.
Yeah.
So what you got, Wes? How many blunts you going on Dead President?
I also give it 4.
Okay, 4 blunts.
Like the same as the exact reason as you, bro. It was watching a younger Joe and me watching it back now again from yesterday. I I got like a whole different. I got something totally different from this movie from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So that 4 from me, 4 for the good Jamal, 4 from Mr. West. That's 12 blunts. We getting high motherfucker watching Dead Presidents.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yo,
man.
smoking watching Dead Presidents. It's a hood classic. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out, man. Let us know what y'all think. And if you want to watch it again. You feel me? Try to watch it from my perspective. Let us know what you think. You feel me? It's the smoking section, y'all. We gonna have another episode up. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and check out our latest episode where we kind of talked about the gender war going on and gender war content and stuff like that. And I'm gonna let Jamal take us out as he always do. He gave me the benefit of actually hosting this episode, but we gonna let the man do his job. Only way he can do it. Go ahead and take us out, brother.
Yeah, good show. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in to another fine episode of the Smoking Section. We will be back next week with a new episode. And for John and Wes, I am Jamar. Good fight and good night, everybody.